What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets and Rob. How's everybody doing? Before I get started talking about who I chose on my ballots to start in the All-Star game for the National League and the American League in Colorado for the 2021 All-Star game, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy all my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, hit on that subscribe button, everybody, and let me know what you think about my ballot and the starters that I chosen for the AL and the NL to start in the All-Star game in Colorado. And let me know what you put on your ballots for the AL and NL to start the All-Star game. Alright, guys, so we're going to go right into it. We're going to start off with the American League and then end up with the National League. Alright, guys, so for the first pick on my ballot for first base is the Toronto Blue Jays first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That is my first pick on the ballots for the 2021 All-Star game in Colorado is Vladimir Guerrero at first base. At second base is also from the Toronto Blue Jays, and that is Marcus Semien. Third base for the American League as the starter, I chose Rafael Devers of the Boston Red Sox. Next, at shortstop for the starter for the All-Star game in Colorado is another Boston Red Sox, Xander Bogaerts. Going to the catcher position to start in the All-Star game in Colorado is none other than the Kansas City Royals catcher, Salvador Perez. Lastly are the outfielders for the American League starters for the All-Star game in Colorado. First, I'm going to go with Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins. The next outfielder that I believe that should start in the All-Star game in Colorado is the Texas Rangers' Adolis Garcia. And lastly, for the outfield to start in the All-Star game in Colorado is none other than the best player in baseball for the Los Angeles Angels, Mike Trout. And lastly, the DH for the American League in Colorado to start as the DH is another Boston Red Sox player, J.D. Martinez. So that will round up the American League starters that I've chosen on my ballot to start for the American League in Colorado for the 2021 All-Star game. Those are Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays, Marcus Semien of the Toronto Blue Jays. Of the Boston Red Sox, we have Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and J.D. Martinez. For the Kansas City Royals at catcher, Salvador Perez. And for the outfield for the starters in the American League, I have Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins, Adolis Garcia of the Texas Rangers, and Mike Trout of the Los Angeles Angels rounding out the outfield, and J.D. Martinez as the American League DH. And those are your starters for the American League starters for the All-Star game in Colorado. Next is the National League All-Star starters that I've chosen for my ballot to start in Colorado for the 2021 All-Star game. At first base, I have Rhys Hoskins of the Philadelphia Phillies. For second base, I have the Colorado Rockies' Ryan McMahon. For third base, I have the Chicago Cubs' Chris Bryant to start the 2021 All-Star game in Colorado. At shortstop, I have one of the best shortstops in baseball for the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. At catcher, starting for the All-Star game for the National League in Colorado, I have Buster Posey of the San Francisco Giants. Rounding out the outfield for the National League starters, I have Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves. Second, I have Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers starting in the outfield for the NL in Colorado. And to round out the outfield for the National League All-Star team in Colorado, I have Nick Castellanos of the Cincinnati Reds. Those are the NL starters that I have starting in the All-Star game in Colorado in July for the 2021 All-Star game. And these are the players: Rhys Hoskins at first, Ryan McMahon at second base, Chris Bryant at third base, Fernando Tatis Jr. at shortstop, Buster Posey at catcher for the San Francisco Giants. Rounding out the outfield for the NL starters: Ronald Acuna Jr., Mookie Betts, and Nick Castellanos. Those are your All-Stars for the National League starters that I've chosen for the All-Star game in Colorado this year in July. These are your All-Stars that I've chosen on my ballot for the 2021 All-Star game in Colorado. Again, one more time, is the American League All-Star starters on my ballot: Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Marcus Semien, Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Salvador Perez, Byron Buxton, Adolis Garcia, Mike Trout, and JD Martinez to round out the American League All-Star starters on my ballot. For the National League, one more time for starting in the All-Star game on my ballot: Rhys Hoskins, Ryan McMahon, Chris Bryant, Fernando Tatis Jr., Buster Posey. Rounding out the outfield with Ronald Acuna Jr., Mookie Betts, and Nick Castellanos. Those are your All-Stars for the 2021 All-Star game in Colorado. That is my ballot for the All-Star game as the starters. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy all my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, hit on that subscribe button, everybody. I want to thank everybody for watching, and as always, let's go Mets, and let's see who are going to be the starters for the All-Star game in the coming weeks in Colorado. Once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and let's go Mets.